You are now tuned in to My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful. You are now tuned in to My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. Goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful.
Holla at us next week, man.
No doubt, man, and definitely shout out to the family, liberationmindedmedia.net. That is Black Eye Stand, Still the Knowledge Radio, The Rundown with Renee, and My Skin is My Sin. Oh, and don't forget to share the show, man. If you check it out today, or if you check it out next week, or if you check it out in 1,000 years, and if you are that motherfucker that digs us up in 1,000 years, you are the most phenomenal individual to ever walk the galaxy for digging up this greatness and still share our shit, man. Shout out to you. Don't forget to check out the websites, emeraldshell.com, designsbymonet.com, and myskinismysin.net.
No cigar? No! Fuck, bitch! Got blunt? Got weed?
Mr. My motherfucking sister. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. My motherfucking sister. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pop saucy, I'm splashing on him. Eddie B, that's my fucking brother. Fat nigga with a lot of money. You can't touch this MC Hammer. Tools on me like Bob the Builder. Twinkle, little star. Hit the bar with 10K. Ballin' on another level. Goku, Super Saiyan when I come through. Kicking shit like Johnny Cage. Yo bitch ugly, play. My bitch bad like Princess Leia. Name buzzing like a bumblebee. Niggas mad they don't fuck with me. Sweet baby rays on my fucking feet. Jump in the pussy like Blue's Clues. Point them out like who's who. Where in the world is Waldo? Hit your bitch like a domino. Big black like King Kong. Place hole like a ringtone. Use them up on Bible phone. Kick her out like DW. By the bill like Claire Huxtable. Hit your man like a Royal Rumble. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? It don't matter. You jabroni. Getting money all by my lonely. Niggas mad they don't even know me. Got the sauce. I do what the fuck I want.
Oh, yeah.
Big Pippin, Scotty Pippen, 33 bitches, swag dripping, shoes Italian, shirt Egyptian, I'm money mention, did I mention I'm on a mission, moonwalking in the rain, Michael Bivens, Big Pippin, Scotty Pippen, 33 bitches, swag dripping, shoes Italian, shirt Egyptian, I'm money mention, did I mention I'm on a mission, moonwalking in the rain, Michael Bivens, big sexy, hoes love me, got a big, they wanna rub it. Money long, they wanna fuck me. I'm a pimper, even if she ugly. Diamonds yellow like Bart Simpson. Chain ice, I'm bartending. Real nigga, you pretending. Flossing on them like a fucking dick. Going up like an elevator. She gon' ride us like an escalator. Black activist, sipping activator. Black coupe, name it Dark Vader. White lemonade, shoes, not later. Bustin' up like Axie Slater. Big short speaker, sucker knees. 10 bands up my fucking sleeve. Bitch, some sauce preaching to the hoes. Teach the hoes how to make the dough. After that, kick it out the door. That sauce up is on the road. That's your soul. Drippin', pimpin', all the nigga know. Yes, I'm shining, this a diamond show. Show respect to my diamonds, bro. Oh yeah, big sexy. I don't couple cause these hoes is messing. Pimpin', yeah, my sauce is drippin'. Don't act this shit, mind your fucking business. I'm on a mission, trying to make the chicken. Rippin' biscuit, trying to get the cheddar. Chain ice like a gold medal. Shot a shot in my fucking bezel, yeah. Big Pit, Scotty Pippen, 33 bitches, swag dripping, shoes Italian, shirt Egyptian. I'm money mention, did I mention I'm on a mission? Moonwalking in the rain, Michael Bibbins, splash walking through the mall, split splash on them drip drip. 90s baby, I ain't done yet. Pull off in the foreign, fat nigga watch around me. Bad bitches wanna love me. 100 grand in a duffel, fuck niggas I don't trust them. I'm all about bread, chopper hang on my leg. Later bang, now he dead. Buffs white arms, butterscotch. Pull off on them skirt. All I wanted was a she. So to do what I please. She all of her needs. Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah. Trust God. Trust God. Trust God. I ain't really feeling the day. I'm in my feelings today. Gotta mash on them, gotta smash on them just to go get me some pay. Bust my ass on it, spend my last on it, everything slipping away. I get my earn up before I burn up whenever I'm feeling the flame. You niggas thinking this a game. I ain't playing with them, I ain't staying with them, I ain't friends with them, I ain't mans with them. I'ma cock and let the can hit them. Get the paper, that's the plan, nigga. I just hope you understand, nigga. We can get high, fuck hoes. How the fuck I can't make a band with you? To the Zozo say, I told your ass, I just showed your ass, I exposed your ass. I'm in my spot, niggas can't take what I got. They can't grab what I have, niggas can plot. That'll never make me stop. That's gonna put me on your ass, and I'ma come through in the worst way. And I'ma do you on your worst day. Niggas will come to your visual, but never come through on your birthday. People can't fuck with my spiritual, cause I be in tune with the earth say. And people be calling me lyrical, cause they be in tune with the wordplay. Now me and my nigga, we talk about paper. That paper, we talking about bodies. The bodies be popping up every time we get to talking. Now we get money inside of my youngin', he coming, no talking. He yelling and chalking. We know that he known to get violent. He put in that work right on the front of his shirt and say I'm about to catch me a body. Ain't what it seeming. I'm heavy, I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm popping, I'm rolling, I'm leaning. Eat it, I'm steaming. War wounds still bleeding. I went to war with them demons. I really seen it. I wasn't watching on no zenith. I was out there on the semen. Victim was bleeding. Best friend called him sleeping. Cold world up in Cleveland. I've been stabbed too many times to let my guards down. Yeah. So I put my trust in God now. It's gonna be the devil in your clique to bring your squad down. Yeah. So I put my trust in God now. I've been stabbed too many times in the back to let my guard down. Yeah. So I put my trust in God now. It's gonna be the devil in your clique to bring your squad down. So I put my trust in God now. I ain't really feeling the day. I'm in my feelings today. Gotta mash on them, gotta smash on them just to go get me some pay. Bust my ass on it, spend my last on it, everything slipping away. I get my earned up before I burn up whenever I'm feeling the flame. Now me and my brother, we talk about paper. That paper, we talking about cheddar. That cheddar keep coming in every time we get to talking. So now we get money together. My youngin', he coming, he hungry. We know that he on it. We know that he down for whatever. He put in that work. Now when he go to the store, he gon' copy him 100 or better. Ain't what it seeming. He heavy, he smoking, he drinking, he popping, he rolling, he leaning, heating, he steaming. War wounds still bleeding. He went to war with them demons. He really seen it. He wasn't watching on no zenith. He was out there on the semen. Victim was fleeing. Best friend called him sleeping. Cold world up in Cleveland. I been stabbed too many times to let my guards down. Yeah. So I put my trust in God now. It's gonna be the devil in your clique to bring your squad down. Yeah. So I put my trust in God now. Too many times, God down. Yeah. God down. Devil in your clique down. I never got my wish, but still I never question God's existence, cause I know that struggle goes on. When your love is so strong, you can never go wrong, and the pain won't be long. Mars to the beat of this song, on repeat in your dome. I know to each is they own, but I hear defeat in your tone. You see we grind together, we shine together. If we gon' spend our time together, we should climb together. Hard turn cold behind the cheddar, don't mind the weather. She named her daughter Diamond cause she was made in all this pressure. I tell you, ayy, to that mother on her way to work, that second job because she know to feed them babies first. You get your blessings from God, yeah. You get them blessings.
What's good, fam? This is Jobs, and you are tuned into the Water cooler live on a Friday night. Shout out to you. Shout out to your family. I hope shit is going good for you. If not, maybe I can make it a little bit better. And if shit's been a good day, let's make your shit great. As you can tell, don't let your kids tune in, man. And you're not going to learn anything. This ain't that type of show. Shout out to Seats. Hey, Seats in the building. You should call up too, Queen. 216-539. Shit, I done forgot the damn number. And hold on. I'll have it in just a second just to make sure if I can find the motherfucker. And shout out to Donald Washington, man. If you are not tapped into my life in the Shy, first off, you've been sleeping under a fucking rock. Secondly, please, 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 this brother is the Black Walter Cronkite. Cronkite. Tom Brokaw. You get the fucking picture. Dude is a monster. Very, very, very fire. Go check him out. And the number is 216-539-0659. And y'all know I can't multitask, so I'm going to try to talk a little shit. And it's just me tonight. Shout out to the plug. Got your back, bro. If you need anything, life happens. Let me know if you can't hear me. I think we should be good. And I'm a little hyped up tonight. We got some shit to talk about. So if you want to call up, it's 216-539-0659. Now y'all know I can only get like 2 people on the line at a time. And hold up. Seats in the building. What's good, Queen? You sound like you in a tunnel going through the water. Oh, you got a sanctuary, huh?
I do.
Okay. And I just had to make sure that I had you live. What's up with you though? How's your Friday? What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just chilling. I was just scrolling on Facebook and saw you was on, so I just decided to call you.
I'm touched. I really am.
Okay.
I am. I'm touched. I feel better. The love is real. That's what's up. So what's
what y'all got? You got a like the subject that you talking about, or is it just going? That's it.
Just whatever comes to my fucking mind.
Oh, okay.
Pretty limited. I'm not the brightest nigga on the planet.
Shut up.
Oh.
What is this topic though that I've been seeing though, kind of like this, like the whole the way situation. So.
Yeah, I was just about to say. See, my thing with that is like, I feel like low key, like first off, they clout chasing, not the child, but Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union seem to me to just be kind of using this kid to chase a little clout, to drum up support for his documentary, just to be in the news. And I don't think that this is the time or the place or the topic for them to do that shit. I just think it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I never took it to that per se, but I am gonna say it's just amazing to me that like when you give like what your take on the situation is, how so many people are like, you don't know what the situation is. Until it's your kid or until you're facing that. And I just find it, and I'm not, I respect everybody. Like, I have interacted with transgender. I have had them as my waitresses or waiters or whatever, and I tip them accordingly. I'm the same, and, I'm the same with them as I am with anybody else. So I don't want to be taken like I see, like I'm going to treat anybody different. I'm not. But I feel like the same way that they're entitled to their opinion about how they feel like it should be welcomed, I'm kind of like entitled to my opinion about how it should be handled. And my opinion is my opinion, and whatever it is, like I'm kind of one of them people that's right is right and wrong is wrong. And this is how I feel about it. You can take the names off of it, and when a situation is presented, I feel the same way. It kind of don't matter who's doing it. I still feel the same way about this particular situation. And the fact that if my kid chooses to do it, it doesn't change how I feel about the situation. It just changes how I have to incorporate that situation into my life when it's my kid. So when I say that, I'm saying I'm not going to, at 12 years old, I didn't want the same thing at 15 or 20 or 25 or 30 or 35 for that matter. So I definitely wouldn't be financially investing in this particular situation. If that's what you want to do, then okay, fine, that's fine. But guess what? I'm gonna not shun them from my family. They gonna be just as welcome. Gonna be just as welcome. My grandkids will be just as welcome. But guess what? I'm not participating in that shit. I'm not gonna have no goddamn rainbow in my front yard saying my daughter or my son is this. We ain't doing none of that shit. I'll keep my kids, my grandbabies, while you go participate in the pride parade and this, that, other, if that's what they choose to do. But that doesn't mean that I have to incorporate that shit into my everyday life. That's their life.
I mean, like, I don't see nobody with a sign in their motherfucking yard to say my kid is straight.
No, you don't. And so that's why if you just living your life, you should just be living your life. But at 12 years old, I wouldn't be condoning it, and I damn sure wouldn't be financially invested in it. You can do whatever you want to do at 18, whenever you want to with your own money, and that's just that. So, like, for example, my nephew has, he came out to us and shit, and I'm going to be honest with you. I looked at him, and when he was like, so what you think? I said, well, I personally think I been knew you was there. I just was waiting on you to tell me. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. But he went on to saying he was about to put on some press-on nails and shit like that, and that just was like, kind of like where I had to kind of like draw a line. Like, no, you can do whatever you want to do. But we not about to do no cross-dressing shit around here. Like, we not getting ready to do, we not doing that. So when you turn 18 and you be living on your own and you got your own house, you can do whatever up and do there that you want. But while you here, mate can come over here and shit like that, but they cannot be in that shit. And I'm just keeping it 100. Like, if you a man and you choose to be gay, I can receive that all day. But I personally really truly believe that people have a mental illness when they want to change how they look. As far as I'm going to say change how they look, I'm going to say when you want to change your sex. That's what I'm saying.
See, that one, I don't know. And the reason I say I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence with that one, is because there's somebody out there who's born with an IQ higher than 99% of us. There's somebody out there that's born 7 feet tall. Like, there are anomalies or extreme differences or variations in every species. And it just could just be, like maybe you could be born with it. My thing is like, don't talk to me. Don't say shit to me about how you want to be treated equal if I don't have the ability to speak my truth just like you do, without being slandered or called homophobic or transphobic. No, nigga, maybe I just don't like that shit. It's not for me.
And I just feel like, and guess what though? I feel like if I can respectfully say how I feel, and you can respectfully say how you feel, I don't feel like I can get along. I can live in a world with people doing that. That's not what I'm saying. It don't mean that I have to agree with it. Just like, for example, like, and something else like that people, I feel like, choose to do. Like, people choose their religion. Like me, for example, I'm not going to be a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not willing to go and knock on people's doors and I'm not willing to do that. And that's my choice and that's my option. People make jokes about it. People talk about it. People reject them all the time. They continue to do what they do and they continue to live their life, and there's no controversy behind it. Because people speak about that shit all day, every day, no matter where you from, whatever your walk of life is, people can pretty much relate to that.
Facts.
So with that being said, as far as that shit is concerned, I just feel like I'm allowed to feel like I want to feel about it as long as I'm not disrespecting anybody.
Exactly.
You can just know how I feel, and that's it. Just like I can respect, when it comes down to race and shit, I can respect people who grew up with grandparents that's X, Y, and Z, because on the real shit, my grandparents was the same way as far as that's concerned. Like, my grandmama used to say, woo, I can't wait to win the lottery, because if I win the damn lottery, I'm going to get me a white maid, and I'm going to work her till her motherfucking feet fall off, right? And guess what? We used to laugh at that shit because my grandmother used to clean their motherfucking houses, and they used to work the shit out of her, and that's where that shit come from.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? But she was respectful. She didn't disrespect nobody. She didn't, teach us to hate them or nothing like that. You understand what I'm saying? But how she felt about that shit was how she felt. Period.
Yeah, you don't have a right to dictate anybody, to legislate anybody's thoughts or emotions or who you love. But that's a two-way street. I should be able to say, as long as I'm not putting you down, and me disagreeing with you is not inherently putting you down. Like, I can say I disagree with this particular action. It doesn't mean that I hate you or think that you're a shitty person. It's like, dude, I don't want nobody coming over my house with that's in a gang, that's openly flaunting their colors. I don't need that energy. I don't. You're not about to. Like the Church of Latter-day Saints is not about to be chilling on my couch. No disrespect to them. That's just not my cup of tea. It doesn't mean that
I'm not into the sister wine shit either. I'm not into that. But if that's what y'all do, that's fine with what y'all do. But what I can appreciate, for me, I don't care if it's girls or men, and really straight people too. I particularly am not a fan of people outwardly showing they displays of affection for each other when the rest of us is all just hanging around in a room chilling. I feel like if that's what y'all want to do, y'all need to step off to the side, or y'all need to go ahead and leave and get y'all room or go home, wherever y'all do that shit at. You need to go there for it. So, I don't feel like I should have to say that, whether they gay, straight, whatever the fuck. I don't feel like I should have to say that. If that's what you get ready to do, or if you feel like that's what you about to do at my house, you got to go home. Or stop that shit.
Exactly. I don't want to see two straight people making out in the park.
Right. So
that shit ain't got nothing to do with your sexuality. Just go get a room, motherfucker.
Right. Go ahead. If that's what if y'all ready to get it, go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't have to be involved. I should not have to be involved in that shit in no way, shape, fashion, or fucking form. And people want to make it's like, if you don't agree with what we're doing, you hate us, and it is my job to punish you.
I don't hate them at all. I don't. I can party with them. I can hang out with them. It's not some shit that I condone. So if they was to put up a GoFundMe, they couldn't get $1 from me because I don't fucking condone it, and I'm not going to financially invest in them.
I'm not going to the party, though. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, but I'm not going to the party. Just like I don't anticipate being invited to a trans party. Not that I got anything wrong with, and it's fucked up. It's like we feel like we got to qualify this shit. Every time we make a fucking statement we feel like we got to be like, well, I'm not being disrespectful or anything like that. Why do I have to feel that way? Why do I have to say that shit?
You have to give that disclosure statement because it's a sensitive topic at the time. So maybe down the line when the shit ain't so sensitive, you will be able to just speak freely about it. But the same as for people speaking about racial issues and slavery and stuff like that, they have to choose their words wisely because it's a sensitive subject for a great, number of people, and I get that. And so that's why I don't mind giving the disclosure statement because I want to be clear that I'm not being disrespectful. But I just want it ain't for me to understand because that's not my world. You understand what I'm saying? But I just, just like I had a person on another post, it was like a Facebook group, and she said she didn't understand black love, but she was a white lady and she was middle aged, and I get why you don't understand it, but the fact that you don't understand it don't mean that it don't exist. And she kept saying, well, why ain't it just love? And guess what, ma'am? From where you at and where you came from, it's not important for you to understand this, but it's important for other black women who scrolling around to see the positivity and the strength and the and the support that comes from these posts right here. And you don't have to understand it, but it does exist. She's like, well, I asked this many black people, and I said, and guess what? When they read the post and they read what it's about, I'm sure that they get an understanding of it as soon as people explain what it is. You, ma'am, are still trying to apply it to your everyday life, which your life is not ours. And I'm sure that that's what those people feel like that I'm saying X, Y, and Z about. But it's like, and I raised this one question, and I want to hear what you have to say about this. It's like they want us to accept a lifestyle that they have chosen when they haven't actually accepted what the higher power blessed them with. They can't even see the blessing in who they really are, but yet they want us to respect who they chose to be.
Like so in essence, transphobic people are transphobic. I don't even.
What you mean by that?
I seen a post somebody said. I said it wrong. It was supposed to be funny, like in my mind, it was hilarious, but it didn't come out that way.
Yeah, I didn't. You lost me in that.
Yeah, I lost myself. Like, damn, like I was saying it, I'm like, oh, this is some quality shit. And then when I hear it, no, it's not. And I'm
just saying, like they was born a boy or a girl, and they want to go through all of this expensive hormone because guess what? I would like to see the men and women who went through this process who are not satisfied with how it turns out and they regret making that decision. And I feel like these kids or these people who coming up behind all of this, they need to see both sides of it in order to make a true informed decision. Like they see all this glitter and glam, like, Caitlyn Jenner voted the woman of the year and blah, 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 blah. But what?
That's fucking disrespectful, by the way.
Really...
That's fucking disrespectful.
You say what?
That's fucking disrespectful.
Yeah, it is because guess what? The one thing about it that really bothered me the most about that is that because she still has a penis. So I don't get that. But however, because she go get a fucking set of tits, she can qualify for Woman of the Year. It's motherfucking women who done board kids naturally without no damn medication and struggle every single day to make sure that their kids make it, do something, be something. They working tooth and nail, like struggling to make sure they able to put their kids in extracurricular activities so that they can be socially adept. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. Like, that bothered me. But at any rate,
like the sister with the saggiest titties should be Woman of the Year.
Hey, you gotta put a him in this bitches. That's the one who needed. The one who needed him in her titties.
Right. You can tie them motherfuckers up. You done been through the struggle. You done raised your kids. Like you should be Woman of the Year. Like don't give me somebody that got woman out of a box.
Right.
Yes, I know somebody's like, oh, they gonna kill me for this shit. Fuck it. Kill me for this shit. Well, not literally. Don't you get what I'm saying?
I want it right. I need to be here.
Yeah, but come on, man. Like some of this shit is just it usually happens with major shifts in the culture. Is that the paradigm shift? The pendulum goes too far in one direction. So we at the point now where everybody is on tiptoes, and you got to say shit politically correct, or the whole world will come down on you. But when you actually, like, I was listening to Ricky Smiley the other morning, and when motherfuckers got an opportunity to give their opinion, not on social media with their name attached, but just anonymously, it was a unanimous almost that not necessarily they didn't agree. They agreed with him being able to feel however he want to feel, but at the same time, you 12, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm still, like at 12 years old, I was wearing tough skins and shoes my mama picked up out of a pile.
Right, but guess what though? I guess the part that I don't get is that, like, in the world we live in today, anything motherfucking goes. There's no standards, there's no rules, there's no guides or anything to like go by. Anything goes.
And like, my thing was, and like I said this on the post, I'm like, look, I don't really give a shit what they do, but in my house, Like at 12 years old, sex should not be on your mind. And the first thing, well, how are you equating sex with sexuality? First off, the root of the word sexuality is sex. So stop it with that one. Makes no sense to me. But for you to say, I am attracted to whatever, you can be attracted to a box if you want to. That is you sexually saying, I have these particular feelings for this particular person or item. So yes, you know, like it's I guess people want. I don't know. I'm not understanding where they be coming from with some of this shit. But man, the anger be real.
Yeah, they do really be upset about it. But like, if you know, no 12-year, like I like asked the Jewish lady how she felt about it, and she told me honestly that she just defaults to her religion because she truly doesn't even have an opinion about it because she's not well versed on it. So she chooses to not have an opinion about it. But even in their Jewish community, they are faced with the transgender and homosexuality situation as well. But it's like, you know, I guess I don't even care really about the homosexual. I don't care about none of it for real because it's not even part of my world for real. But like when I go out to places and I see like it's a dude with a fucking full beard and he got a lace front on and he got a mustache, a full beard, he got a lace front and acrylic nails on that's bling the fuck up. And I got my two fucking twin niece and nephew with me and they sitting there looking at this motherfucker like, Auntie, that is a boy. And then the daughter's like, that's a girl. He got the same lace front as mommy got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do you say to that? Like, what do I do with that?
And you know what? It's not.
Because the fact of the matter is that if they was to pass away suddenly today and their bones wasn't found till 100 years later, whether that fucking lace front lasted and blah, 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 even if they had got whatever hormones, whatever they did, when they find their remains, they're going to be identified as a fucking man or a woman. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't even matter what you live your life as and all this struggle to say you are and this and that and the other. Like, you still going to be identified as what your gender is at birth.
Man, enjoy your shit while you on the planet. But I'm not going to agree. I don't agree with much of shit anybody does. I'm just one of those contrarian motherfuckers like my old boss used to call me. So, like, me disagreeing with whatever the fuck you doing is not really, you know, don't gas yourself up and make it seem like it's just about you. No, it's more about me just being a motherfucker that just disagrees with everybody. You know, I'm going to raise my kid. I had somebody like, well, the way your kids must feel bad. No, nigga, my kids is normal and grown. How about yours? You know, matter of fact, why don't you ask my ex how good of a job I did?
But the thing about it is, either you can teach your kids the diversities of the world with love, or you could let them fall victim to the world that will teach them that shit in hate. The choice is yours. So. Yeah. I keep shit absolutely 100 because guess what? I want mine to be prepared for the person who's going to come in respectful and diplomatic about situations, but I also want them to be prepared for the bitch that don't give two shits about their fucking existence in this world. I want them to be prepared for both of those situations. So therefore, I want well-rounded kids who have known what it feels like to not have certain shit and know what it feels like to earn shit too.
I agree.
So be good, do good, feel good, and then you know that you're doing the right shit. That's it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, now what I didn't agree with, like Boosie, like first off, like Boosie is not a spokesperson. Although the nigga speaks his truth. I'm not gonna be mad at him for speaking his truth. I didn't find, you know, I know half the world was like, oh, he's the devil and he's Satan. I didn't have a big issue with what dude was saying. I think that he doesn't understand And I don't even understand some, like they got so many new terms out now. So I'm not 100% sure, nor do I need to be 100% sure about shit. Like it's not my lane. So I don't need to know every stop on the street. You feel me? I respect the avenue. I'm just not on that street. But this nigga went to Planet Fitness, and apparently the manager there was gay and would not let him enter strictly based off of his views on sexuality, which I find to be, that should be a lawsuit. Because if a straight manager refused a gay patron strictly off of something, their views on sexuality, that shit would be all over CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, and they would get dragged through the mud, lose their job, the whole nine. Why is it okay for him to get shitted on for his views on sexuality? I ain't get that one. Like, I would be calling my attorney if I was Boosie on that. Now, and then what people was doing was, well, nigga, you got 17 kids, you need to worry about them. So you don't want him to judge somebody, but you judging him. You're doing the same fucking shit. But it don't even matter how many kids he got, because guess what? That wasn't the fucking topic of the discussion. The topic of the discussion was what he offered his opinion on. And that's where it started and that's where it ended. He didn't talk about people with kids and shit. He was talking about that specific subject, apparently, because he was asked about it. Is that not correct? Absolutely.
Okay.
And not only that, like the Dwades brought that on themselves.
Got one.
Exactly. The Dwades opted to make this a public discussion.
And I'm going to take this shit another further, because after that fact, I saw it's a picture of the Wade feet, and he had got a pedicure and got his motherfucking toenails painted like this dark brown color, like it was like an earth tone. So what my problem is with that is that, like, I have been with men, like, even my kids wasn't their kids. Kent, for example, Kent would let them kids, they'd make, he had a little bald head on the top, so they'd even make the top of his motherfucking head up. It'd be a smiley face and some more shit on the top of his head. His damn face would be made up because he done fell asleep while they was doing the pedicure and manicure on his feet. They done painted his nails. They done painted his motherfucking face up, put lip gloss, makeup, eyelashes, and some, mascara, not eyelashes, but mascara on his face. And guess what he do? All right, get this shit off my damn feet. I'm getting ready to go to bed. You understand what I'm saying? So Understood. He played the tea party. He did all of that as a father figure to all of them girls I had in my damn house. He played hopscotch, jump rope, did all of that shit with them outside. But that's where that shit ended at. Like, because his son is choosing to be that, don't mean that should make him as a man do shit that he normally wouldn't do because of that. Because he ain't was he gonna get his he ain't never went to the damn nail salon with Gabrielle and got his damn toes and shit painted. You know what I'm saying? So if he wasn't doing that shit with her, like, why? Because your son chooses to be that. That's not what everybody in the household is. I can respect the father saying, okay, son, if you want to do that, but that don't mean I'm going to do that. Like, do you really do that in support of him, or do you just love him anyway? Like, I just feel like the lines is blurred, and I feel like Dwayne Wade got a motherfucking closet or a skeleton or a bone or some shit that then dropped out the closet, and he living vicariously through his motherfucking son with his own homosexual identity.
I'm gonna have to blame Gabrielle Union. Like, that nigga is a completely different person at this point. Like, he was a alpha male pre-Gabrielle Union. And he is completely different. Like, it may work for him. He may be happy. Not knocking you, bro. Live your life. Enjoy. But he so is a different cat. He wasn't wearing them extra medium suits to the games before then. Like, he's just she looking like the black Yoko Ono. I'm just like, nobody want to talk about that shit. But she's looking like the black Yoko Ono. Like, she breaking, like, I know niggas is looking at him a little different, and not just with his son, but just a lot of the little, he just been a different cat. His whole energy been different. Oh, and before we go any further, man, I do got to say, let me make sure I get it right. But rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
And whether you fuck with dude music or not, like it's another young brother that's been murdered, and another young successful brother. Like that shit is just, and not to minimize anybody losing their life, but come on, man, like protect the ones that's putting in the work and trying to bring some shine to us. And I heard a couple of dudes, songs, and dude was nice. He was a little different than the rest of his generation. And it's just, and do me a fucking favor. I've been saying this for years. Please stop posting with your location on, especially women. Stop doing that shit.
Yeah, that's it. Great.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm going to tell you what, though, right? If you notice, or if you just feel the need to post a location or to complete that part, post somewhere that's 3,000 miles away from where you really at.
I didn't even know that was an option. But that's a good option. Yeah. Or, if you go to a party, don't nobody need to know you at that party. Post the pictures after your ass get home.
Right, and that's what I did. Whenever I just was at a comedy show, I took pictures while I was there. I got home. I decided which ones I liked and which ones I didn't, and I posted the pictures then. But the picture when I took it had the location on there, but that's not really where I was at when I posted it. That's where the concert was at. You know what I'm saying? So it that's a difference, and maybe that's what people really do, and I hope so. But if you not, this is a good message to take heed to.
And I gotta talk about this football player. Actually, he used to be a Cleveland Brown. This nigga gets caught with 157 pounds.
Of what?
Of weed.
Oh, wow.
But this nigga put on a clinic of stupidity. First off, he hired an Uber driver to transport the weed with him and his boy. The Uber driver had no clue they were driving weed. This nigga takes the absolutely dumbest ride. Apparently he was driving back from California, and this shit, it's all online. I forget who posted it. It might have been D.L. Hewley. But the whole case or the DA's presentation or whatever, the indictment, is online. So this nigga's driving back. Apparently he had this Uber driver once before. Must have liked the Uber driver. Calls the Uber driver. Is like, me and my man's coming out to Cali. We need you to drive us back to Louisiana. There's a million ways you could drive from California to Louisiana. This genius decides to take the route where the Border Patrol has stops.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly. At that point, he decides, once they get pulled over, to let the Uber driver in on the scenario and tries to get the Uber driver that doesn't know this nigga to take the rap for 157 pounds of weed.
He's not about to do that.
Looks through this phone, and this nigga literally has a contact, the grow house.
Oh, wow.
He has a scale in the car.
Oh, no.
Not only that, he's got the, how they what is that when they the compression, when they wrap it up and they want to take all the air out of it.
They vacuum seal.
Yeah. He's got the vacuum seal in between the seats in the car. Like, this nigga had a how to fuck your life up kit.
A fuck your life up starter kit in the car.
Oh my God. And to make it so bad, bruh, it's legal in a lot of states now. You don't even have to do that shit.
Well, it's not legal for that amount of the shit. It's legal for a decent amount, but it ain't that much.
No, you can actually have that much. In Michigan. like especially when it was just for the medicinal. The way it worked is, let's say person A gets a medicinal marijuana card. Well, they are allowed to grow up to 12 plants on their own, or they can designate somebody to grow for them. Well, the person that's being designated can get a shitload of people to designate them to do the grow. So theoretically, or literally, you could have 157 pounds. Now, they got stores that sell weed. You know, like, so you could legitimately get in the marijuana game and not even have to like, this dude was just dumb. I'm sorry, man.
Crossing T's and down his ass.
Oh my God, man. Like, I'm not sure what the rationale is gonna be, man, but not only was he dumb, but your boy is dumb too. Cause your boy is supposed to be like, bruh, I'm not doing this, man. This makes no sense. There gotta be other ways, or somebody else you can pay.
He should have, when he first got in, like, bruh, hey, God, do you know how to program? Like, he should have already looked into what the route was they needed to take to avoid any possibilities of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might add 2 more hours on to your ride, but it's the safest route. You know what I'm saying?
Why do it sound like you plunge in the toilet?
I'm letting the water out.
Dude, I'm like, damn, is she taking a shit? Then plunged the toilet? She clogged it up?
Hell no, you stupid, man. You stupid.
Man, and it was something else. Oh, I had a conversation with a person the other day, and they said, that they spend $1,200 a month on coffee.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit. Like, that shit like feels unreal to me though.
And I actually verified that yes, they are actually. She said she drinks 30 cups of coffee a day.
30 cups?
30
So,
cups.
like, how could you save on that? Like, you get a Keurig and buy whatever coffee it is you get and then make that shit yourself.
I said that. And for whatever it is about Dunkin' Donuts, it has to be Dunkin' Donuts. Because I'm like, for $1,200 a month, I'll make the fucking coffee for you.
But Dunkin' Donuts got coffee that you can buy too, though.
She said it ain't the same.
Okay.
So in her mind, like, she's not only addicted to the coffee, she's addicted to just one finite. Yes, just it has to be from the Dunkin' Donuts, and it has to be whatever type of coffee she likes. But 30 cups a day, I'm like, wow. First off, like, you need to get you need to get laid. Something is not happening for you to be drinking 30 cups of coffee a day. You know. Secondly, how can you fucking afford 30 cups of coffee a day? And this person is a nurse.
So she working overtime and shit just to afford to pay for coffee.
She is busting her ass. It's like she got a crack addiction. Although I guess crackheads are dead. Like that, like, you know, being a crackhead. Like, I have not seen a crackhead in so long.
Hey, crack is still around. Crack is not whack, like Whitney said. That shit still going strong, man.
Shit, I have not seen a crackhead.
You know, for me, after you seen New Jack City, did you ever really have to try crack again? Like, I don't understand how we in 2020 and motherfuckers just newly start. Like, it's motherfuckers that just trying crack today, right now, as we speak. And that's crazy as fuck to me. I don't understand how new people trying this shit, knowing how fucked up they got other people that they didn't see before. Like, you thought it wasn't gonna happen to you? I don't know.
Okay, I don't know what you are putting down the drain.
Shut up, water. What the hell?
Well, you know what it is. It's like when you call in, you can hear that shit really loud. Oh, that shit looks so dope.
My phone. Hold up.
That looks so dope. Yeah, that intellectually petty is looking really good right now. Matter of fact, if you have not checked that out, go to myskinismysin.net and go to the store section. I know the website is a little shaky, but we got a website that's about to drop. While I'm at it too, now you really, really, really got to go check out blackspace.com. And I got a link in the description box. Just hit that link and sign up, man. It's fucking fire. It's black-owned social media. And Liberation Minded Media Group has collaborated with blackspace.com to bring you not only a black-owned media experience, but the black-owned media experience. So we got a podcast network on there. We're going to have merch on there. Contact info. You want to get a logo made, you can reach out and make that happen too. We got Psychopatheists on the team. We got Black Eye Stand Radio, The Rundown with Renee. My Skin is My Sin. We got Opinions and Assholes. We got goodness. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. I cannot remember the name. And I don't know why. It's just because they probably the dopest show of the week. You know that's out there, ourselves included. Self Love is My Rehab. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Camp Cleveland is gonna be represented on there. You know the family's gonna be in the building. So make sure you go check that out and be on the lookout for that website /podcast. That'll be at liberationmindedmedia.com. Be on the lookout for liberationmindedmedia.com. So we just got that, and Key Usherwood just did the fire promo. Shout out to him, man. And if you're not familiar, man, get familiar with GMG Clothing. Very dope. And shout out to Mahogany, man. Go. You need some jewelry in your life that's made by hand. Go to emeraldshell.com. Man, that was a nice little promo section right there. And it was something else that I wanted to talk about that y'all know me, man. It'd be Friday nights and I forget a lot of shit. I'm old, man. Give me a break. So my little smoke break is over, so we can go back to the video. You know. Anyway, and let me see. And what I do sometimes is I just literally just be scrolling through Facebook or Twitter and just look at shit to talk about. Oh, that's pretty dope, man. Oh, okay. I shared that. No wonder it was dope. Man, I can't say that I'm a dance hall fan. I don't know if I've ever heard a dance hall song, to be quite honest. I'm not really a reggae fan. And while we at it, have you seen this Harley Davidson Green Machine? Oh my! It's a green machine for adults. Goes up to 50 miles per hour, and 75 grand. If I ever, I don't care if I'm 97 years old. If I got 75 stacks to buy this green machine, I will buy it in a heartbeat. I don't know if I've told the story on air, but when I was 5 years old, for Christmas, I'm dead ass. For Christmas, I got a green machine and a bike. And I'm telling you, like, at 5, getting a green machine, at that time, oh my God, you was the motherfucking man. Left it outside in the backyard and somebody stole my shit. Yeah. And I'm like, to this day, decades later, still prepared to fight any person that for whatever reason decides they want to admit to stealing my fucking green machine. It is still on site. And I'm going to go even further. I hope you have had the most miserable fucking life imaginable. I hope dogs have peed on you at random. I hope you got splashed at the bus stop. I hope you got beat up just for the sake of niggas practicing. I hope your life was fucking miserable for stealing my green machine. Yes, I am that petty. Yeah. Let me ask you this, though. I wrote a post the other day that it seems like 50 Cent only attacks black folks, but he doesn't get the same energy that Oprah does. You think that's true?
I guess, I don't know. Maybe because they kind of like have completely different images. I think that Oprah is held to a higher standard than 50 Cent is for whatever the reason.
Hating on black people should be hating on black people.
I agree with you, but I'm just telling you what, you know.
Yeah, and you probably are right, you know. But at the same time, it's like whose fault, you know, like if we not being fair. And one person, they was like, well, 50 Cent is a troll. Like, why does that get, like, why is that an excuse used for him shitting on black folks publicly to make a buck? And he literally, like, he was on the Breakfast Club and he was like, well, I really was only fucking with Taraji so I can promote my show. Like, you didn't even have a problem with her, but it was okay for you to throw a sister under the bus repeatedly to make a goddamn dollar.
Right.
You know, now the flip side of that is I'm glad that 50 Cent will never hear this, because I don't want that nigga talking shit about me. That nigga's pretty good at it. He is. He's fucking funny at the shit. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to like just being a complete asshole, that dude, he's a genius at this shit. He went too far with his kid. You know, regardless of what your kid did, said, or whatever, I wouldn't publicly wish death on my child. I'm not going to privately wish death on my child. You know, like that just was a bit much. That was beyond a bit much. And that shit's going to end up coming back to bite him in the ass as he gets older and realizes I got a shitload of money, but the world hates me. They only like me because I got money. And that shit catches up to you. And you see that shit, especially if you work in a nursing home. You see motherfuckers that live their life, you know, fuck everybody, the whole nine, and realize fuck everybody was not a good philosophy. You know, at some point, you know, you want somebody to be there, especially when you're at your lowest. And a lot of people don't get that. And by the time they do get it, they've run everybody off and nobody cares. Like, I've had people whose loved one died, called them up, and they was like, fuck her. Literally. Right. And he could, you know, like, I try not to judge, but before I could even say anything, he was like, you know, this is why I'm saying fuck her. I know it. He was like, yeah, I know it sounds shitty, but she earned that fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of people earning them fuck yous out there. And I don't care what nobody say. I had one lady the other day. I just speak my mind. Okay, but you an asshole.
Right.
You know, just because you think a certain thing doesn't mean you have to say that shit all the time. And then when you do say it, have some fucking tact.
Between being honest and being cruel. It's
exactly.
a difference.
Exactly. And people don't get that shit until it's them.
Right.
You know, when it's your loved one getting shitted on social media, now you feel some type of way. Oh, you doing the same with, you know, and I used to be one of those motherfuckers, like when I first got into battle rap, like I love battle rap. Well, I did. It's just getting, yeah. Anyway, But like there was a thing, like if somebody said something that would, that was generally an unacceptable thing to say, like 1,000 people would roast a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you start getting to the point where what's acceptable and not acceptable, start getting bigger and bigger. Now they just roasting motherfuckers for waking up in the morning, that type of shit. And they would go through your whole account, take pictures of your mama, make memes. I mean, this shit got really ugly. Now you kind of know what you're getting into to a certain extent, but a lot of newer people to the group did not. So it's just like I think all of us, well, not all of us, but a great majority of us have been complicit in bullying motherfuckers at some point online.
Mm-mm.
And that's why I say most of us.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody, but most, especially if you're on Twitter. Oh my God, like Black Twitter is gold for a petty person. Like actually platinum. Now Black Twitter, they do use they shit for good too. Like when you see those white folks that be just hella racist and get caught, in 10-15 minutes they will be posting that person's job, where the school they go to. I mean, like, I don't know, like, if it's that one person in Black Twitter that be hacking everybody's shit, whatever the case is, they be on that shit. Like, they, if Black Twitter want to fuck you over, like, it's a couple of groups online. The alphabets will fuck you over online. Pause. Just felt uncomfortable. But Black Twitter will fuck you up online. And PETA.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a nigga get dragged by PETA for weeks. And the sad part about it, like, back in my, early Twitter days, I was really pretty brutal. And it was one cat that, I used to fuck with on Twitter. And he decides one day that it was a wise thing to do to post a fake picture of him choking a dog.
Wow.
This nigga thought this shit was hilarious and decides to tag me in the shit. I'm like, dude, this is not cool. Oh man, I'm just bullshitting. Well, PETA did not take that as a joke. And they fuck with this cat for weeks. And I was getting most of those notifications.
Oh, wow.
Right. Like, this nigga had my mentions in shambles. And he was like, dude, I'm like a month later, he was like, man, that shit was so, like, he just regretted pressing send. And I can understand. But it was some dumb shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to do dumb shit, don't tag me in it.
But, like, I mean, I'm going to tell you, though, but a lot of people, some shit is really, really, like, people being really extreme about it. So it was this one lady, she was sitting on the floor, she had her baby, and it was a little bitty baby, but she had the baby, like, standing up. She had the baby, like, by the, you know how you can hold a baby, like, up in the air, like, by the shoulders and head, you know what I'm saying? Like, she had the baby, like, standing up, but she was supporting the baby, but she said some shit about, like, if the baby keep on crying, she gonna stand in the corner, like, she don't give a fuck how old she is, some shit like that, but it was a fucking joke. It was so many people that was so up in arms. It's like, this baby is not in no damn danger. It's a mother who is just damn, like, who knows how that could touch somebody who really struggling with their baby. Because guess what? When my baby was that size, she used to cry from the moment that she fucking opened her eyes in the morning until the moment she closed them bitches at the end of the night. You understand me? Like, and that's how it was. No matter who was babysitting her, she cried the same. It didn't matter because she had a problem going on. But once we got her problem fixed, it was a medical issue. Once we got that resolved, it was no more of that. But throughout the process, like, somebody might need to see that and just be able to laugh and, get a little moment of reprieve just in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But people was knocking her like, somebody need to call children and families. Like, how do you gather that from looking at her, seeing her damn baby up in the damn corner, that she got on socks, she got on the, you know what I'm saying? She got on a little onesie, like she got a diaper on. Like, the area is clean as fuck. Like, what? Calling them for what? People crazy.
Motherfuckers just want to be more important than they really are. You know, and I don't know why, but people just like, come on, man. They be taking shit. Some shit I get, like, yeah, you know.
It's not that serious.
No, it's not that serious, man. But Erykah Badu is selling her pussy smell for $50.
Oh, shit. Well, then I need to put my shit on the motherfucking shit right now.
Well, for $50, she's selling Badu pussy premium incense, and she sold out in 19 minutes.
Oh, so guess what though? So my shit, you know, I guess they got the little $40 joke going around. So I don't want to sell myself cheap like that. So if Erykah Badu shit going for $50, I guess my shit could at least go for $49.99.
I mean, but Erykah Badu has turned plenty of niggas to a completely different nigga. Like, they come in one way, and, yeah, but she's publicly.
Okay, me too. Just like, on the lower scale, me too.
Like, Andre 3 Stacks was like a G going into Erykah Badu. Coming out of Erykah Badu, this nigga was wearing flower shirts and overalls. Common. Okay, Common was, you know, he wasn't like a super tough guy, but when he first came out, like, you know, he was a regular cat. He came out rocking dashikis and beanies. The only one, like, I'm not sure about Jay Electronica because I didn't forgot completely about the dude. Apparently, he's supposed to finally drop his CD, which is like 30 years too late. But the DOC seemed to be kind of, even him, like, if you look at now, like, you look at his Instagram page, like, they still friends, him and Erykah Badu, which is dope because they got a child together. That's very dope. But he, the DOC.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
But he ain't the, you know, funky enough gangster type. Well, he grew up, so I don't know if I can completely attribute that to Erykah Badu. But as far as the box is concerned, like she is probably in most dudes' top 5.
Mm.
It's her, or it ain't just her box. It's her aura. You know, like Erykah Badu could say some fucked up shit, and we'll all be like, "Wow, Erykah Badu said some fucked up shit," but I like that shit. And we would, you know, if Beyonce and Erykah Badu say exactly the same fucked up shit, we'll give Erykah Badu a complete pass.
But Beyonce wouldn't get one. Huh?
Beyonce would only get a complete pass by her ardent supporters. The rest of us that just fuck with her music but aren't like in the beehive or whatever, yeah, we'd slander the fuck out of her. Why are you saying that? You in the Illuminati? Fuck you and Jay-Z. I never liked Blue Ivy anyway. That's a dumb name. Like, we'll go off. Erykah Badu say the same shit. Actually, I like Blue Ivy though. It's a dope name to me. But if Erykah Badu say exactly the same shit, we'll be like, man, the goddess is spoken. The queen has erupted with volcanic greatness. Like, we would just give her all type of superlatives and adjectives up the wazoo simply because she's Erykah Badu. That's some rare shit, you know. So she might kind of deserve. And I'm not diminishing yours. I'm not sure. I don't know. Could be worth more than Erykah Badu. Could be worth $1,000.
But just because I can't sing that shit, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you better call Tyrone.
Hey, shit, I don't need to call that motherfucker. Somebody else might need to.
Yeah, nigga probably trying to call you. Like, what's up? I heard you got the box for sale in the box.
Right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Your ignore game is supreme.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Flawless. Like.
Thank you.
No, it's not really a compliment. It's backhanded than a motherfucker.
You said no, it's not really a company.
Yeah, don't take. I don't want you to run away with that one. Like, yeah, no. I didn't mean it that way. But why do people do that?
What?
Why do people ignore people? Why can't you just say, hey, look, I don't want to talk about that, or I don't want to talk to you, or I'm busy, or beat it. Like, and why do women give men the wrong number?
Oh, I don't know about that, because if I'm not gonna give you my number, I'm not giving it to you.
You've never given out the wrong number.
Nope, not since I've been an adult.
Because I was literally listening to a woman. She had to be 50, 55, talking about she gave some dude the wrong number. You that goddamn old that you can't just say, like, first off, it wasn't no young cat trying to holler at you. I can understand to a certain, because some young cats be hyper aggressive, and they don't always handle the situation appropriately, and you can go from queen to bitch in 3.2 seconds. So
but that's when you just say you married and you just leave it at that, right?
Yeah, but that, like, come on, that doesn't work all the time.
I mean, it don't necessarily, but it's like if you lead with that, you more than likely you got less of a struggle or argument when a motherfucker know that you saying that you married out the gate, unless he how. So
I don't know, like, with the young cats, I don't think it makes much of a difference, and I've seen it personally. They just be like, it's actually more of a challenge.
Wait a minute, hold on.
And damn, you called me typing and shit, and I cannot type and talk at the same time. Like the BB King of keyboards. Did y'all know that he could not play the guitar and sing at the same time? Giving you facts here. And wait a minute, we still in Black History too. That's a Black History fact. And you know what? Damn, like we have not really celebrated Black History like we normally do. Might have to rectify that. What is today? The 21st? We might have some time. Shout out, yeah, what's good? Shout out to the captain. Brazzy in the building, man. That's my guy. Talk about battle rap, man. Like we share the same birthday. And I remember him, the first time I heard him battle was on the phone. He had a phone battle. And now he getting flown out to places to battle and shit. That's pretty dope when you can just like take the journey with somebody like from the outside looking in.
Yeah,
and what did I say? Eric, how do you spell Erykah Badu?
Eric. I-K. Go ahead.
She spelled hers not typically like Erykah, like most people would think of Erykah. I had a cousin named Eric. Well, it used to be Erykah. No, she changed it for religious purposes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think it's ERK. Oh, okay. Shout out to Adrian. ERYKAH. Yeah, I did spell that wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I spelled that all wrong. And ERYKAH. All right, bet. Oh, and you missed it, Queen. What's good? How you feeling too, by the way? And we were just discussing Erykah Badu selling her coochie smell for $50 in an incense. I thought it was perfume, but apparently it's like that's. I kind of want to buy that.
Go and get it.
$50 is a lot of money to buy. She said the same thing you said. Yours is much better. Oh, you feeling much better. Oh, my bad. Ooh, man.
You had twisted her whole shit up.
I did. She had the flu and she's feeling better, so that's dope. The coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So what I don't understand, I get that Trump is the uber racist and he got to stand on his white square. I get that. But this genius allowed 14 people to fly back that had tested positive for the coronavirus on the same plane with motherfuckers that were negative. The CDC warned him against doing it because, as it sounds, it's probably not the wisest idea. But their rationale was, well, they were quarantined on the plane.
How?
Explain that one to me. And you doing your damnedest to keep black and brown folks out this country, but you don't mind the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and while I'm on the topic of that, here's some controversial shit for your ass too. I don't want to hear about Chinese people complaining about people being quote unquote racist towards them. If I remember correctly, y'all got a whole ass museum dedicated towards racist shit about black people. Y'all, not every Chinese person, because there are no absolutes, but as a culture, are extremely racist towards black people. So, I feel bad that y'all going through the shit. You know, I don't want nobody to have to go through that shit because they've got like 700,000 people in quarantine right now, and that's actually just the number they're telling us. Thus far, over 2,000 people have died. Those are just the numbers that they're telling us.
Right.
You know, and we talking about China. You know, so I'm pretty sure they they got 1 billion plus. So I'm pretty sure that they're lying about some shit. And if the world does not get this shit actually corrected, we're going to all suffer economically because we all depend on their labor. You know, you ain't gonna be able to get the iPhone. Them J's ain't coming out. The hoodies you like is not gonna happen. Just a plethora
of things. Well, guess what, though? I don't give a fuck. All I wear is scrubs anyway. No,
yeah, where you think them coming from?
I just bought some new ones. I'm good for some years, a couple of years. I bought about 7 of them, so I'm good.
Yeah, well, you know, like that shit is probably made in China. You know, which I don't understand how a country that's so egotistical is so okay with being so dependent on one country. Not only for goods and products, but money. We borrow a shitload of money from them too. You know, like you know, yeah, this shit is like, if they don't get this shit fixed quickly, it's gonna be a problem. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if Russia had something to do with it. Like, apparently, Russia is the root of all evil, literally. Because now they're saying that Russia is trying to help Bernie Sanders. And well, apparently Bernie Sanders admitted to this, that he got the intelligence briefing about a month ago, and they were saying that, you know, that Russia is trying to help him get elected. What I think, initially, I thought Russia wanted Trump to be elected because he's a moron, which is true. But the bigger purpose was so that they could always attach themselves to a particular candidate, and you don't know whether to believe they had influence on it or not, which always will forever fuck up our elections. Because now, like, I'm not even a Bernie fan, but I'm feeling like, come on, man, y'all only doing this shit because dude is kicking everybody ass. And y'all, for whatever, the Democrats do not want him to be their nominee, like the powers that be. Which to me probably means that he is going to be the complete opposite of Trump, which is a good thing. And they don't want that shit. Is he a prude old man who talks like an old man? Yes, he is. Most of us, when we get 80 years old or 75 years old, our filter is damn near gone at that point. You know, they say if you want the truth, ask a senior citizen or a child.
Or, yeah.
So, you know, like, he may not be the most eloquent motherfucker, but I do think that some of the shit that he's trying to do, if he gets control of the Senate and the House, it's gonna pass a lot of this shit. You know, and all those people out there, I want to keep my doctor. First off, we've been through this a million times on the show, but you don't control which doctor you see now.
Mm-hmm.
You get a small list of niggas in your area that your insurance company is allowing you to go see.
Mm-hmm.
And more doctors are not being beholden to a particular hospital or insurance network, because they realizing that they getting treated just like the rest of us, so they go where the money will take them. So you may not keep your doctor. You know, oh well. Why are you paying for insurance for everybody? Well, dude, if you paying, I don't know, the average insurance is probably $500-$600 a month for a single person. But let's say you don't have to pay that anymore, but you pay an extra $100 a month in your taxes. There's so many people out there worried about that $100 that they not realizing, wow, I would be saving for $500 a month. Totally neglecting that part, because you so stuck on that one doctor to see your ass 10 minutes a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you have some type of, you know, like unfortunately if you have cancer or something or the like, well, yeah, you do have more of an intimate relationship with your doctor because they're on a journey with you. But most people, come on, man, you may see your doctor a couple of times a year. Why do you give a fuck? I'm saying, like, you went to school just like everybody else. Yes, there are some doctors that are better, but as it stands now, they got these doctors seeing like 100 people a day.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do see the motherfucker, he's not gonna address all of your problems. Not even gonna ask you about how you're doing. He just wants to know why you're here and let me prescribe some shit to get you out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so stop with that bullshit, man. And I could go on and on about that shit. And I didn't realize, man, we've been chopping it up for like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. You must be really bored.
No, I'm not bored. I'm about to go to sleep and I gotta go to work in the morning.
That sounded so.
Yeah. At 7.
At 7 in the morning. Oh, I am going to Detroit to see my grandbaby, but I'm also going. I've never seen Farrakhan, so I'm gonna go watch him speak Sunday.
Oh, that's cool too.
That is cool. And shout out to students. Yeah, shout out to student minister Troy Muhammad. And that's the brother that's the minister for Mosque Number 1 in Detroit. He had me on the show a couple of weeks ago, so that's pretty dope. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna go down there, and I've never went to Savior's Day. Want to find out what that, you know, I'm ignorant, you know, so I like to know what that's about, and just hang out, and they got about 15,000 people that'll be coming from all across the country. Shout out to the homie Koya. I know her and her team took a bus up there, so shout out to them. And yeah, we're gonna do the damn thing. And
that's awesome.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and get you some sleep, and I'm gonna wrap it up a little early myself because I ran out of apple juice, and we having some issues with that over here.
Okay.
I need to go put some shit in the refrigerator.
All right.
Get my shit chilled. It's not a good look. And Adrian, we got to get you on the show. We got to talk about that survival shit. You know, and I don't want to, you know how I talk. I don't want to say it like, now I feel like I got to put a disclaimer for everything, man. I can't even be an asshole anymore.
You silly. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, peace, Queen.
Okay.
Well, that was pretty dope. Um, yeah, we definitely got to get you on the show, man. We need to put some people up on some survival tactics, and just general. Like, I need to know about the if the zombie apocalypse comes. Like, what do I do for that? I've been asking forever. So yeah, I need to know. And you are. I've told you before. Like, I'm probably not gonna be of any use, but there's some people out there that are gonna be useful. I'm just probably not gonna be one of them. So we want to make sure that they get the tools and the information that they got. And it was somebody, Queen Yanashida, I believe, posted something about having some land available in Detroit. So look her up in case and I know you probably know some people that are interested. And I think she was looking towards the farming aspect. And I can't remember. I know it's a brother there that is big into, like, Detroit has a really big farming community, like city farming or whatever the technical term is. And I know it's one brother that goes around the country speaking on that too. Excuse me. And now, see, I think Queen Yanashida, she's pretty dope. And that's Yonasada. All right. Yep. I'm pretty sure I spelled that correctly. Yeah. And if you don't find her, check out Koya. And because she rock, that's her people's. Yeah, that's what. And I wanted to get the brother on the show and was unsuccessful in doing that. So if you got a plug, yeah, that's something. Definitely want to talk about. On Thursdays we try to do something that's more informative, more educational, something that people can walk away with and be like, okay, I didn't know that. And on Fridays, we just talk shit. And what was I about to say? But yeah, so if you know that brother, hook a brother up with an interview. And if you do want to get interviewed, or you do know somebody that you would like us to interview, do me a favor, don't tag me in the shit. Cause I don't want you to feel bad if I say no. Or I don't want you to feel bad. I'm not gonna ignore you because I'm just not that type. But I might say no. Like, the person you want us to interview, I may be aware of and just not be interested. I might not like the motherfucker. It's just whatever the case, inbox me. I just think it's unfair to put people on the spot. That's not just putting me on the spot. That's putting that individual on the spot too. Because if I was like, no, we ain't gonna do it, they may feel some type of way. So just be discreet about shit. That would be appreciated, and much. That would be dope. Not sure where the muches came from. But yeah, I'm just gonna do like an hour and a half. That's pretty dope. And shout out to Rome. The plug, they're always in the building. And we'll probably talk about shit next week. But don't forget to check out 300 Gangsters, Keys Development, Baltimore in the house. The City of Gods, man. Check them out too, man. Again, Liberation Minded Media and blackspace.com have collaborated to bring you the Black Media Epicenter. So you can go to blackspace.com. I got the link in the subscription box. Sign up. You don't have to worry about being discriminated against or being shitted on by the social media gods. You can speak freely amongst your own people. It's for us and by us. We do have the website /podcast network dropping soon, hopefully within the next week or two, and then we'll start adding things to it. But that's going to be liberationmindedmedia.com. Check out the merch. And I think I'm going to do some more of the Liberation Minded Media shirts because those is fire too. Shout out to Renee Black. If you need logos done, you need flyers done, you're not going to find anybody doper than Renee Black. Don't forget to fuck with the whole family, man. Psychopathia, Renee, The Rundown with Renee, Black Eye Stand Radio, My Skin Is My Sin, Opinions and Assholes, and Self-Love Is My Rehab. And we doing nothing but growing. And if you need to take a tour anywhere in the galaxy, hit up my man Camp Cleveland. It's literally Camp Cleveland, and he's everywhere on Facebook. And other than that, anything you want me to shout out before I dip out of here, Adrian? You know, hit me with a quick comment if you got some shit. And what we haven't done in a while is Black Business Buzz. And you know what? I've been kind of missing that. But the participation on that is just so trash. So maybe we have to reassess how we do it. And maybe we need to invite like 10 or 15 business owners to come on. And that way we can at least make sure that we get that traction from the Black businesses out there. And stop with the goofy shit. One person treated you badly, so you never gonna support a Black-owned business, or the shit costs too much money. Like, stop it, man. You'll spend $500 for a fucking belt. You can spend $50 for your man's hoodies. And you can spend $100 for a hoodie and a t-shirt. Stop being cheap when it concerns your own people. Yeah, it just dawned on me. You know, every once in a while I have a fairly decent idea. So I may have to just reach out and do that. Because at this point, you know, we do know quite a few businesses that would be pretty dope, man. And let me, you know what, I might chop up with some people this weekend about that. See if we can get Ron Green on board. You know, see if we can get Afi on board for Melanated Greats. I mean, I can go on. And it's not too many shows, to be quite honest, that have interviewed like the upper echelon of some of our Black-owned clothing lines either. Just saying. You know, we had Hella Black on, Hella Black, Hella Proud on. We had Nagash and Nagast. We had the 313 store in Detroit. That brother was fucking dope. I mean, when it comes to Black fashion, we've had quite a few people on there. You know, do your research on our shit, man. Check the fucking resume. And while you at it, man, share our shit. Like, if you listen to our show today, man, share our shit. If you listen to our show in 2 weeks, nigga, share our shit. And if you are the motherfucker that digs us up in 73 trillion years, first off, you are the dopest motherfucker that ever walked the galaxy, and share our shit. And on that note, man, we out. Y'all have a good one.